The idea has come about maybe 2-3 years ago, and there were a few motivations behind the idea. On the one hand, we have had by then some experience of NATO EU membership, and we saw the positive and the negative experience in some of our common operations. We have had experience of operation in ISAF forces in Afghanistan, in Libya. We had Balkans behind us. There were some conclusions regarding those ongoing events. We have witnessed turmoil, crisis situations in Caucasus, Russia-Georgia war. And of course, our thinking has been very much influenced by the advance of the social media, of the change in the media landscape in general, this explosion, I would say, of the digital media, change in the patterns of consumption of the information. And we thought that our NATO should not be static. We thought that we have to adapt and we have to serve a few steps ahead of the developments. We felt that we were a little bit lagging behind the curve, and therefore, of course, we partnered and we still cooperate very much with the NATO public diplomacy units. We worked together with the Kolinda Kitarović-Grabar, who used to be Assistant Secretary in Public Diplomacy, but now she's the President of Croatia. We partnered together during the inception of this concept of the specific Center of Excellence for Strategic Communications. It was not entirely sort of homegrown initiative, but we felt that we have to do more, we ought to do more in this respect. And we were very happy that quite a number of like-minded people have been met in Brussels, in Washington, in the Baltic capitals. And we thought that it was a very, very timely thing to do. We are pleased that the center has been created, but of course the current and future challenges are quite enormous. We are seeing unprecedented advance of this Islamic State phenomenon. We see ongoing aggression against Ukraine. We see a lot of new challenges, including migration, where international organizations are trying to partner together, both EU and NATO, UN, or OSCE in case of Ukraine. And we think that in dealing with all those crisis situations, be it civilian or military, of course, communication is a very, very important element. And therefore, we are pleased that now we have this new tool, which is being used, which is being sharpened, polished, and refined. And we think that it will make a significant input in the further evolution of our alliance. We should not rest on our laurels any second, and I think this center, this think tank, will be one of the places for cross-fertilization among the best brains and minds of NATO, of the partner countries. We are pleased that it's partnering with non-NATO countries as well. And as I said before, we hope that it will stay on the edge of the developments, and hopefully will be a few hours or a few days, a few miles ahead of the developments.